A quintessential taste of summer. Rhubarb pie coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. I'll go on record saying I'm a bit of a pie guy. I like making pies, but I didn't always. In fact, I used to kind of shy away from it. It was a thing my mom or my sisters used to do. But after I made my first pie, I discovered, you know what, it was a lot simpler than I thought. Hopefully I'll inspire you to make pie, whatever kind you want. Today we're going to do a rhubarb pie, and hopefully by the end of this you too will want to make one. I went into town this morning and picked up some fresh rhubarb at the local farmer's stand. Rhubarb is a herbaceous perennial. It grows like this. Rhizome in the ground, and these big shoots come out of the ground. Normally there's a big green leaf on here, but the leaf is poisonous. In culinary use, we only use this part of the rhubarb. So trim off about 1 inch from the top. We're going to need 6½ cups of fresh rhubarb for this recipe. Once we've chopped the rhubarb, it goes into a large bowl. Leave it to the side for a moment. We're going to mix together some dry ingredients, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then ½ teaspoon of salt. Mix the dry ingredients together in a bowl. We then sprinkle that on top of the rhubarb, add 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, stir everything together, and set it to the side. I'm using this shape of pie plate today. I love the angle, right? When you place pie dough into a pie like this, it seems to stay across the top. With our pie plate in hand, we also need pie dough. I made my favorite pie dough recipe. It's available at Weekend at the Cottage. But again, if you've never done a pie, don't worry. It's really easy. Do it a couple of times. You'll be a pie expert in no time. I have a floured pastry board, rolling pin, and I roll out the first disc of dough into a nice circle. Then roll it back on your rolling pin, roll it back out on top of your pie plate, and then you can trim off a little bit of the excess dough. We transfer our rhubarb mixture inside and then dot the top of the mixture with 2 tablespoons of butter, chop them up and just kind of sprinkle them on the top. We have our second disc of dough. I'm going to roll that out on the pastry board, roll it back on the rolling pin, and then it covers the pie. Now, I usually trim off the edges of the pie dough, and then I do thumb 2 fingers. And what I mean is you take your thumb and then you crimp all the way around the pie using your thumb and 2 fingers. Very nice treatment. And then final step is to take a knife and just score the top of the pie with 6 slits. It's ready to go in the oven. Oven is preheated to 425 degrees. The rack is in the middle position. We place our pie into the oven, make sure it's nice and centered in the oven, and then we're going to bake it for 25 minutes at 425. At that 25-minute mark, reduce it down to 350 degrees, and then we bake for an additional 40 minutes. Your pie will get, the top will get nice and golden. The rhubarb might even bubble out a little bit in your stove. Sorry if it makes a mess. When it's done, we take it out of the oven, allow it to cool completely before we cut into it to enjoy. Okay, the homemade rhubarb pie is out of the oven. It still needs about another ½ hour to cool completely. Plus, we haven't had dinner yet. I want to get into it, but I have to wait until I serve dinner. I apologize. I will post a photograph of the perfect wedge of this fantastic rhubarb pie, served with the only thing you can serve with it, which is vanilla ice cream. Whether you're making your own vanilla ice cream or store-bought, it will be perfect when you enjoy this classic, quintessential summer dessert. Looking for other great recipes, please head to weekendatthecottage.com. Also look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel, and then finally on your favorite social media feeds. Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Again, just a reminder, make a pie. Go through the steps, follow the video. It's so easy to prepare, but ultimately, it's all about the fantastic reward. Hope you enjoy. Come on back.